God bless you, and welcome to the first episode of Me Too for Men for Sexual Assaulted Men and Boys. I am Lerone Baker. I know you guys that have been following me on Facebook. I'm thankful for my loyal followers and fans for over a year or so promoting the page. And this movement is a movement to help assaulted victims. Although it's Men Too for Men, I'm also interviewing women too that have been sexually assaulted and abused. If you want to be a guest on Me Too for Men, you can call me at 404-509-9039. That's 404-509-9039, or email me at metooformen@yahoo.com. That's MENTOO, MENTOO, no, I'm sorry, MENTOO, FORMEN@yahoo.com. That's metooformen@yahoo.com. And if you want to be a guest on the one of the episodes of the show. The first step of getting your deliverance or getting past the sexual assault is getting the story out and getting it off you and realizing that you are a victim. You are not allowed, you shouldn't carry this pain in you. My first guest is a young man by the name of Brother Leroy Braxton. I think I met him probably like 8 or 9 years ago. And I just recently found out within a year that he was sexually abused. So I want to talk to him about some of the things he has been through and things he has lived through in his life. And welcome to Me Too for Men, Leroy. How you doing?
How you doing? I'm doing fine.
All right. I want to start out with, how old are you now?
I am 51,
Okay, and you are from where?
South Carolina.
Okay, how long have you been in Atlanta?
15 years.
Okay, is your mother, father living?
Yes, they are.
Okay. How many children, what number of siblings, how many children is it?
I have 2 brothers and 3 sisters.
You're all living?
Yes.
What number are you?
I'm the second.
Okay. Now, let's go back to North Carolina. How long?
South Carolina.
South Carolina. How long have you been here in Atlanta?
15 years.
Okay. You like it here?
Yeah, I've been here on and off, but I've been here for 15 years since I moved back in 2004.
Okay, so can I safely say that you are openly gay male?
Yes.
In the very active in the LGBT community, correct?
Yes, I
What
am.
activities are you involved in here in Atlanta?
I'm an advocate in the LGBT community. That's just being active in that community.
What about the city council meeting?
City council, with that also. And affordable housing and homelessness and all the good. I'm an advocate for that.
Okay. Now I want to talk to you about something. When did you know you were gay? First of all, let's deal with that.
When I was a teenager, at just growing up, just had that feeling. At the age of 15.
At 15,
Mhm.
you had any girlfriends before then? Did you date women or
Dated, but not sexual.
no sex?
No
Just
sex.
Were you
Just,
attracted to them as a
I
girlfriend
was-
boyfriend relationship?
I say attraction with peer pressure
What do you mean by peer pressure?
is what is expected of me
So-
in the community to date a girl.
So you felt like,
Mhm.
so you felt like going along with it, but you
Mhm.
really wasn't attracted to a woman.
Yep.
Okay, trying to fit in per se. Okay, now let's go to the part in your life to where obviously the sexual assault happened at what age?
15,
And where were you living at the time?
South Carolina.
Did
With
you,
parents.
was the person related to you? Tell me what happened.
Next door neighbor. With me being, I don't know if I would say I was being open, but I guess I had gay tendencies. But just coming home at one night and just, the young man came behind me and put a knife in my back. And
A knife
well,
were you
he
com-
said that coming home from the store.
from the store. Did you know the guy, the man?
Oh yes,
So who was he?
I can't give his name now, but
Okay,
he just was someone I knew in
okay.
high school.
So when you say he raped you, what did he do to you? Did he, talk to me, what happened?
Well, he just had a knife and just follow me.
Did he
you know?
sodomize, was it he actually penetrated you?
Yes.
Forcefully? Did you try to fight him, or did you just go along with it because he had the knife, or?
I went along because he had a knife.
Okay, and when you look back on that, this is something that I have found out in talking to people a lot of people feel like they have drawn that energy to them. Did you feel after it happened, did you feel responsible for what had happened to you? Do you feel like because you knew you were gay and were hiding it, or did you just say that you had gay tendencies, do you feel that you drew that energy into your life?
No, I didn't draw it in. I don't feel that I did. I just thinking that he might draw it in because he must have had energy to, to do what he does.
Okay. You do know that rapers don't discriminate. It's just a demon for sex. Okay. Let me ask you something. Did you tell your mother, your father?
No.
They don't know to this day.
Oh.
What's going to happen if they see this video by accident? What's going to happen then?
They know other things, but they didn't know this.
Okay. So from that point on, do you feel like it was easy for you to go into a open homosexual relationship?
Yeah, I was already was comfortable with that. So, I mean, I never was, in the perspective of, I guess, hiding it. Because I come from a small community, and I don't know, it just was the norm.
Okay, so you feel like that. So you talking about in Carolina? So you were living a gay lifestyle in Carolina?
Yes.
Okay, now when you came, when did you move to Atlanta?
I came here first time I came to Atlanta in '96, and like I said, I just came back in 2004.
So there were gay lovers in Carolina.
Yeah. But prior to that, I stayed in Dallas, Texas. So I had.
So I mean, did you have gay relationships in North Carolina?
In South Carolina.
In South Carolina.
No, I had no relationship, but I had play.
Okay. So so then you moved to Dallas. So what happened? Were you involved in the community there?
Yes, and I had a relationship there.
Okay. Now the rape happened at 15. You moved to Dallas when?
When I was in my 20s.
Okay. Now this is something I want to ask you. Which relationship were you in? I remember you telling me that you were in an abusive gay relationship. What happened?
That was in Dallas.
How old were you then?
25, something like that.
Okay, what happened in that relationship?
I don't know, he was just crazy. Just in that perspective, he would just, I guess, call himself jealous of me going out, or just, being around other
guys.
Yes, because he thought I would be cheating.
Okay. So do you feel, I feel that within myself that sometimes we give people permission to mistreat us. Sometimes when we're too kind, they feel that they can take advantage of you. Have you grown from that relationship?
Oh, yes.
What do you think you've done I think it's something within. Do you think that you were too passive in it he felt like he could abuse you? What kind of abuse did he slap you? What did he do?
You're right. I feel that, maybe I was not dominant enough. He was, I guess,
you allowed him to be.
Yes.
What explain? So I'm trying to get you to explain.
Well, I know. I'm not saying that, I completely, because I would fight back, but, he was stronger than me. And
how long were y'all together?
2 years.
Okay, so what I'm saying here is that, okay, did he pay the bills, you paid the bills, did you pay him together?
He stayed in his own place, I stayed in mine.
So y'all weren't living together, but you were
together.
committed to him, and he did control you. Was he controlling in the relationship? Okay, so when you say abuse you, how did he slap you, beat you, stomp you? What do you mean?
We'll be out in the club fighting because he'll get jealous.
In the club?
Yeah. I was also dressing in drag
at the time. Hold on now, wait a minute. We done jumped the whole other chapter here. Wait, let's go back. Hold on, how old were you? 25?
Yes.
In Dallas. And you were dating this man. But when you met him, you were doing drag when you met him. So was he what, a closet gay man or what? Or straight man? I mean.
No, why he got to be a closet? He was just a gay man who wanted,
He preferred drag queens, cross-dress. Okay. So you were 25 when you met him.
Well, he not actually, I'm going to say he didn't actually enjoy just being a cross-dress. He's just a more or less a feminine guy, not dominant as he was.
Who, you?
No, that's what he preferred.
Okay, he was attracted to feminine men. Okay, but so, okay, now you met him at age 25. So were you dancing in the clubs or just dressing up in dress?
See, I was doing shows.
Talk about, I'm finding out what about you just what I need to write a book on you. How long were you? Wait a minute, you said you were
about no dancing, but doing this. You talking about doing a show
on the poles? What you talking about?
As a performer, a drag performance.
So they were throwing money on like
tipping, yeah, you know.
So like you before RuPaul basically. Okay, you were throwing money on the stage and just you was just dance. Okay, so he saw you.
Yeah.
How long were you doing the dancing in the club?
There too, a couple of years. I didn't do it that long. I mean, just being a performer, it was just a little, what you
money.
call it, a little something that came in. No, it wasn't even about the money. It was just something to do.
Did you impersonate a celebrity, or were you just dressed up?
Yeah, I was. I always had to do be Whitney Houston.
Was she hot back then?
Yeah. Okay. When I'm, every woman that album and all that from that.
Okay, you were dancing, and this guy saw. How did you? What happened? Who made the move? He came to you, and what did he say?
We wanted to date.
He spoke to you. Okay.
And we go from
there
there.
was no sex the first. No. So after you dating this guy for like, how long did the sex start with the guy? I mean, how many weeks, months went by?
I don't know, maybe a couple of weeks.
Okay, and then he
moved in. I mean, visit more often.
But he did
stay
move
down the street.
He did move in.
Well, he stayed down the street, so he can come back.
Practically,
anytime he wants to,
was there a lot. Okay, so this is the point I'm trying to get to. In that, when you look back, do you feel that you? Because I really believe the door opened somewhere that he felt he can abuse you. You being another man. I mean, when you never told me what did he do to you? Slap? You said y'all got to fight in the club.
Oh, you wanted to? Yeah. I mean, club anywhere.
What happened in the club?
I was a fighter too.
What happened in the club?
I just wasn't strong enough to beat him, but.
What happened in the club? What happened in the club?
I was his best friend or something. He would think I'm.
No, I'm talking. I want you to give me an instance of exactly where you drinking. He saw you.
I'm in the club with him. We went out on a date, and his friend.
What caused the fight?
His friend come.
One of his friends approached you.
Yes.
But hold on, did his friend know you and him was dating?
Yeah.
Okay.
That ain't still stopped him.
Okay. He spoke. He just spoke to you, and he did what to you? What did he do to you then?
No, we just pulled me on the outside of the club. We started
He
fighting.
pulled you out, like grabbed you out, and whether you slap you, hit you, and y'all were fighting in the street. Okay. Now, when you look back on that, have you grown from this relationship? What have you learned?
Oh yeah, I learned that. Okay, I can't be in a relationship like that. I'm gonna go through that.
You don't think that you were too kind?
Yeah, at that time, yes. Compared to now, I'm mean now.
You're mean. Okay. Now, okay. I'm taking this serious because me personally, I'm the type of person. If you raise your voice at me, I'm go like, okay, I'm gonna try. If I'm arguing with a person, most likely I'm gonna listen to what you have to say. Then what I'm gonna do then is like ask you again nicely and make sure I'm hearing the response properly. If it escalates past that, I'm gonna just dismiss this conversation. I don't let stuff, because see, you got to have this sense in you that, okay, then especially when you start putting a twist on it, a spin. You ever met people put a spin on it, like putting it on you? I'm gonna leave you alone. That means you really are trying to put this on me when it's really you. And my thing is actually, have you really, really grown from this?
Yeah, I feel I'm wiser.
In your relationships?
Yeah, in my relationships.
Okay, are you seeking a relationship now, or are you just going with the?
No, not really, just going with the flow.
Okay, there were no drugs, you never did drugs, anything or nothing like that. Do you know the relationships you have been in? Have there been a lot of them?
No, I wouldn't say all that. It's been a few.
Do you still speak to this man, the guy? In Dallas? You're still friends with him? Why?
Ain't the Bible say forgive?
Well, you can forgive, but don't
I
have nothing to do with
I know,
him.
but I know what you're saying, but.
Okay.
We just moved on, you know.
Okay. And you,
Something like-
and why, this is what I don't understand. Why didn't you share the rape and assault with your mom and dad? I mean, you don't feel like they were close enough to tell them, or?
No, I don't know. Just don't ask, don't tell.
How,
That's it.
at
Mhm.
15, they don't know to ask you, son, have you been raped? I just think they should have
Mhm.
known what happened. You
Mm.
don't think they would have?
Well, on that incident, they don't know about that.
I know, I said at the
Mhm.
time it happened.
Uh-huh.
Why didn't you feel like you?
And
you
to
could-
tell.
That you didn't tell them? Why didn't you say something?
Well, then I was young and, you know, didn't want to, you know, trying to, I guess, you know, still, I know, you know, I'm gay or what faith, but I'm still trying to keep a persona, hide, you know.
Oh, so you felt like, because you were a gay man that you drew that energy to you? Are you saying that?
No, I felt that I was a gay man. I mean, I'm still in the perspective of, you know, they know I'm gay and everybody know I'm gay, but it's still just.
So
the point of the-
did you come out at age 15, or
Mm.
were you still, because you say you were dating girls,
Mhm.
so you couldn't have, so I'm confused. So you say you were dating girls at 15,
Mhm.
but you was putting up this thing, but then he got raped, and I'm confused.
Persona, well, I'm just gonna put it like this. No, it's not a confusion. It's the persona of I'm trying to live a double life.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
So,
And to please.
so you
to
think
please
telling
my
your
family,
mother
yes.
and father that
Well,
this
at that
man,
time, yes, you know.
you think telling your mother and father that this man assaulted you would make them think what of you?
That I'm gay.
And
And-
do they know now?
Yeah.
So when did you tell them?
Hmm.
When did you tell them?
They found out on another occasion.
You don't want to share it.
Not on that one,
Okay.
but that was another occasion.
Okay, I want to say this.
Mhm.
You know, the sexual assault is very. We've talked, and you said that you feel that there is a double standard.
Mhm.
Can you explain to me what you mean by that? Like the double standard of the sexual assault between men and women.
As far as a double standard on the
Sexual assault. You feel like
Mhm.
what? What is your point of view on that issue?
on the point of what you say now, a man
The
and a
double
woman?
standard. When you say to me there's a double standard
Mhm.
when it comes to men and women being, like the men being assaulted and the women being assaulted, what do you mean?
No, I feel that. Did I say it was double standard? I thought it was just basically this. I thought it was considered to be the same.
Yeah, it is.
I mean,
the assault
you know
is
what I'm
the same,
saying?
but do you
Mhm.
feel like the women are getting more attention?
Oh, well, yeah, of course.
Or-
You know, I mean, yeah, I mean, even with in today's time, I know, you know, I guess because if a man gets assaulted, they're not gonna tell nobody, you know, because they feel that, you know.
That's true.
So.
Because I didn't say nothing until 2013
So
when I released
that's
my
the double
book.
standard,
When I
yeah.
when I wrote my book,
Mhm.
I got raped when I was 19, but I didn't say nothing until
Cause-
my book was released, and my mom found that in the book.
Mhm.
You know, so I do understand there is, but with me it was more. I put it in the back of my mind
Mhm.
because I hadn't been with a man or a woman. I was what they call pure.
Mhm.
Because I was raised in a Pentecostal holiness church where we didn't do drugs or drinking or smoking or any of that.
Mhm.
We couldn't listen to worldly music or anything. So I was raised. I didn't have sleepovers when I was young.
Mhm.
There wasn't no sleepovers. I didn't have a lot of friends. My mama worked, so I lived a different life than my peers. And then being raised in the holiness church, I didn't know nothing about masturbating and all these things. These things were,
Oh, you
my
was
life was
pure.
open. Yeah, I was. And I thank God for it. I think
Mhm.
I'm still here because of the
fairness.
standards,
Mhm.
because the way I was raised.
Gotcha.
I think I would have been long gone, you know, by now if I would have been out in the world. But for me, when it happened, I put it in the back of my mind because I was strong enough when I was in church to say, well, this ain't nothing but the devil, and I cast it off me. But then the temptation started kicking in after some years, and I started creeping and sneaking and doing little stuff, you know.
Mhm.
But the bottom line is that when I look back on it, and this is the reason for the movement, the Men Too for Men, is because I wish I had said something.
Mm.
Because when I look back on it, I think I said in one of my interviews, I think I missed a major door because now I'm at a baby step of forming this movement that I believe is going to go really national, international level. This is just the baby steps. But I advise anybody that's viewing this, open your mouth and tell your parents, or if you've been, I when I released my book, probably about 3 years ago, I was at the mall, and a lot of people bought Malehogany Reflections. It's been sold out for the two times again already. A young man approached me in the mall at Lenox Mall. He went to breaking out in tears. He said, "Aren't you Lerone Baker? Man, I read your book." And he was 21 at the time. He told me he got raped and assaulted, and that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to reach people. It's important. I'm here to tell you that if you've gotten assaulted and you feel that you cannot go to your parents or anything, you can call me at 404-509-9039. That will help you. I will get with you and go with your parents and talk to you about this. I still feel that maybe you should have said something.
Oh, yeah, I'm glad you said that.
When you look back on, do you feel like you should have?
Well, I mean, yeah, now that I'm older and wiser now, and I know that,
Because the victims, I think if you let it go on, they're going to do it again.
Well, and
they're going to do it again.
You got to look at back, too, in the community back then, we didn't have, it was, I guess, shown to say you want to go talk to a therapist. And compared to now, hopefully we
That's
got people
another thing.
we don't have that therapist.
I don't know how, when you say that, you mean the color, the African American?
Well, back then, African American people didn't speak to a therapist.
What year was this back then?
See, that had to be in the 80s.
Okay, yeah.
So, yes.
I agree. And then now, like when the Eddie Long scandal came out, it shook the nation, probably because we were in 2000? How long ago? About 5, 6 years ago? That was very shocking. But I was telling somebody in one of my interviews, if I had to say something, I got raped in 19...
It wasn't shocking to me.
Well, yeah, because Atlanta is basically a gay city. The sex is, the HIV is like 70%. So when I'm saying back, like if I would have said something in 1980, it would have been like, oh my God. Yeah. It would have shook the planet Earth, So now it's like we hear it and we really don't acknowledge. It's like whatever. It's part of life now. It's of the norm. But I think for the men, men are willing to step up and say anything. It's like you're saying, I think they're ashamed.
Oh, well, they feel that they take away their less masculinity in the things that, as what Faye said, President Barack said, the toxicity of the masculinity of men, and that's what's, that's actually is hurting, it's very hurting our race. I mean, you don't have to be Superman or what Faye prove that you're a man.
Because you are a victim. Rape is rape.
Yeah.
Okay. That's it. I've enjoyed talking to you.
Well, thank you.
I'm sorry that it happened to you.
Thank you.
And I don't know what you're going to do when your mom sees this, because I'm going to find her and send her a copy of it. But I enjoyed talking to you. And those of you, once again, if you want to be a guest on Me Too for Men, you can call me at 404-509-9039, 404-509-9039, or email me at metooformen@yahoo.com. That's MENTOOFORMEN@yahoo.com. God bless you. I love you.